Hey, welcome to the First Issue Club. We're your weekly comic book podcast where, just like Sue Storm, we love a good read. And this week, there's a lot of good reads.
Woo! Straight fire.
It's a heater week. And here's the thing. Well, I don't think we've read many Big Two books, right? Did you read any?
I didn't read any.
Neither did I.
No, I didn't either.
So how about that? Everything's well and good in indie land, and we're here to prove it. We're supporting our weirdo indie freak creators, trying to get their
Weird indie book.
trying to get their weird indie nut off, telling their creepy stories that are supposed to freak you out, and they're doing it successfully, bringing new energy to new readers and old readers alike. And it's our hope. We're praying to the overlords that you're going to like or be intrigued by at least one of these comic books that we're going to talk about today. And then it's up to you to support art made by humans and head to a comic book shop, pick one of these bad boys up so more people can make cool stuff.
Yeah, it's completely up to you which vampire-related book this week you want to go purchase.
Couple
Did
vampire
we read
things.
the same vampire book?
I read two. So
All right.
Chances are high. Okay, this podcast is lovingly brought to you by Boulevard Brewing Company's Space Camper Cosmic IPA, the best dang beer in the galaxy. Its sweet hoppy aromas also carry through in the flavor. Your taste buds get zapped with that wonderful, fresh, bubbly, hoppy flavor that we love oh so much and associate with the greatest dang beers there are. Boulevard, you did it with this one. Thanks for Space Camper Cosmic IPA, and thanks for bringing First Issue Club to the masses and spreading the good word of comic books throughout the universe.
I know this isn't normally part of the ad read, but someone on our Discord has been seeking out our advice for new Boulevard Space Camper beers to try. They aren't what they classify as a big beer drinker. So it has been fun kind of going down the Space Camper line and line adjacent Boulevard beers to kind of help, on this show, we help new readers find new books that they'll love.
Ooh.
It was fun finding new beers for a new drinker that they might find their taste. So Boulevard, not only do you help encourage people to find their favorite superhero, you've also helped many people in our Discord find their new favorite tastes. So thank you.
in an alternate reality, there's a version of this show that is all about beers that is sponsored by a comic book company.
Yeah, how about that?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Let's do a little scene.
Who would it be? What would the publisher that's most likely to sponsor a beer podcast?
I like to think it's just comic books in general.
Oh, there's the National Comic Book Committee.
Yes.
The concept of comic books.
Yes.
Sponsors.
The community sponsors our beer show.
Yeah.
Comic Book Creators of America.
Yes.
This is always like the Got Milk ads where the
Yes. Dairy Farmers of America.
brought to you by Dairy Farmers of America, and you're just like, what?
Got comics?
They all got together and we're just like, let's make an ad for milk.
Yeah,
The
let's
thing
put some white
everyone's-
stuff on there.
Everyone's buying already, we think.
Is it crazy that we needed an ad for milk?
You know what?
You know what I mean?
You know what's really funny is that it's lauded as one of the greatest ad campaigns of all time.
Sure.
It did not work.
Oh, milk sales did not.
Milk sales did
Sure.
not change.
Sure.
Actually decreased.
So it's like a funny advertising story where, like, yes, it's got all the success and all the stuff, but like you got to really ask yourself, what is the goal here?
Yeah.
Are we trying to get people talking?
Milk awareness.
Yeah. Is it,
Milk awareness.
Yeah.
General dairy.
Yeah.
I think, as a young reader who was raised on soda, I would see these milk ads and I was like, what is this stuff?
Do I got milk?
Yeah.
And then I went to a friend's house. They grew up different than me. They got poured a white drink and I was like, what is that the stuff from the comic book ad? Is it like soda? And my friend goes, no, man, let me tell you about a simple creature called the cow. And that's why my bones are so strong.
Yeah. I used to work in advertising, and this is something you hear all the time, that clients would be like, well, we want our got milk. Like, what is that for us? And it's just like,
not
dude,
that.
Yeah, you don't need a got milk campaign with what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, got milk.
Cybersecurity doesn't right.
Yeah,
because got milk helps the entire dairy industry.
Sure.
Because there are many brands of milk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, that's funny.
Yeah. Got internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Got AOL. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay. Any comic book news you guys want to talk about? I'll say that we're, I think, a little void of big headlines this week because everybody's saving stuff for San Diego Comic-Con. There's been a lot of different panels and things in the programming for SDCC that are launched, and everybody's speculating online about what this or that panel is going to be. But in reality, it's all speculation at this point. So next week should be a really fun conversation and episode because we'll be reacting to all the stuff that happened over the weekend.
It'll be a heavy one.
Yeah. Two things. Well, three, I guess. Did I bring up that 50 Cent is adapting Bone Parish last week? Okay.
Yes, last week.
I think you did, yeah.
Because I said there's no news, and you said, nay.
Oh, yeah.
There's definitely news.
I went to my CLZ because I have all those comics, and I have the B cover of the first issue. There's a cover I love, and I went back and forth throughout my collecting career of being like, who cares about collectability? Buy the cover that you like, that you're gonna have fun looking back on.
Yep.
And then I have those moments where I'm like, just buy the A cover. The A cover is tried and true. And I've settled into A cover life. I'm at least in that phase again because too many books went by that were like indies now that are now like $20 comics, and I have the $1 version.
But do you think that it's gonna pop off? Like, do you think that this announcement and maybe potential show will make that book unattainable? Because I just talked to you guys before we recorded that we just finished watching Resident Alien, which is a comic book.
Yeah.
And the success of that show didn't really affect the comic book value too terribly much.
The announcement of the stuff is when stuff sells the highest. But I think, like, even let's say it becomes a show and it's like even a little successful, people are just like, they see the cover and they're like, that's the comic for the show. And it becomes iconic in its own like micro fandom, at least the recognizable one. The thing is, I could have probably 50 more $20 comics in my $15 comics in my collection instead of 50 $1 comics because of all the B covers I bought during that stretch.
Same.
Because I was just like, oh, I like you just mentioned Kelly Thompson's Gem and the Holograms on our Patreon.
Yeah.
And that's a comic book now that's been reprinted in a couple different formats and is looked at as one of those like really successful examples of rebooting something for like an audience that's aged, and an early work of Kelly Thompson's, who is now like a super successful comic book writer. And that A cover is worth, I don't know, it's another one, $15-20.
Yep.
I bought the sub cover. That was just like, oh, there's less of this one. That'll be fun niche thing to have in my collection. And it's definitely not the one to have.
Well, to be fair though, we did grow up in the era where the variant was coveted.
Well, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it was. It took me a long time to learn that like that was not the thing you wanted anymore.
Yeah. Life lessons that you have to learn the hard way.
Tell me about it.
I've got
As you're burning comic books next to you in a barrel.
Just space
jamming
filler.
hauling around. So I've got two things. They're not quite news, but it's like news adjacent. I wanted to shout out that I love that Ignition does ash cans like all the time, because
they do them for like every first
like
issue.
basically every first issue,
Made to
and
order.
they're like available.
Yeah.
So I love that I can, while I'm picking up all my other Ignition books, like get the teaser that I want of the next like big book that's coming out.
Do they cost $1? Are they free?
They're free.
They're free. That's cool.
That is awesome.
It's awesome, and I'm a big fan of ash cans. I like the just the concept of having the first 4 issues of a book in a little mini size. That
it's the novelty.
Yeah, it's
like they came in a pack of gum.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, and it's like a fun collectible. Like again, if you're a big fan of like innards, right? I've got that ash can. I've got that like Convention 0 issue. I've got it's a fun
extra thing to have for mega fans.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So I wanted to shout out that I love that they're doing that, and I hope they continue to do so. And I wish more publishers would do that. I wish Marvel would do ash cans for their like big summer events. How cool would that be?
Yeah. Good luck. But
yeah, good luck, right? And the other thing I wanted to bring up is I did not realize Bad Idea was doing this, but they did an entire variant series across, I think, all their books.
Oh, like World Leaders?
The Old Masters is what they're calling
That's
it.
what it is.
And it's classic art.
Yeah.
Just the classic art on the cover of their book. Has nothing to do with the comic. Like, Megalith got
Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon and what's his name? One Ear.
Pablo Picasso?
Nope.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh's self-portrait.
So many people cutting off
of him in the straw hat, right? Or like I bought this copy of Dingoliath with De Goya's Witch's Sabbath on there.
Yeah.
Love that picture. I just thought that was like an interesting concept to like maybe potentially expose comic book fans to some like classic art that maybe they've never seen before.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Yes, to what you're saying, absolutely. If I'm a person off the street and I pick up Dingoliath because I think it's gonna look like this, and then open it to this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, dude, yeah. If you think Dingoliath looks like like De Goya's Witch's Sabbath, you will be severely disappointed.
But Dingoliath does look awesome.
It is awesome, and I will be talking about
Holy
it.
Holy cow, that's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I just thought the whole concept of like putting classic art as your variant series is like kind of interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a fun way to like, I don't know.
It definitely gets eyes on your books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, what?
Very striking.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Especially in a line with other new comics that week.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
So that's my
2 points of news. Daniel Warren Johnson's got a new book coming out with chainsaws.
Was it Chain Kata? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then Trad Moore has a new book coming out later this year.
Ooh.
I don't have much information on the Trad Moore thing, but they did like a little promo image. Looks like it's a lot of different sized women and tigers just hanging out.
Love that.
So we're a big fan of women hanging out with tigers here at First Issue Club. And then the Daniel Warren Johnson one, he is selling it as something that he's been working on for a long time that he says will flip everyone's expectations on stuff he's done before. So lofty goals, but
Tradmore fans should be called Tradwives, right? Trad folks. Traditionalists.
I like traditionalists. Yeah.
There's something there.
Which is funny because he's like one of the least traditional
right.
creators.
Tradlodites.
Traglodytes. I like that a lot.
Okay. Trad House. We'll move on from that.
Trad.
Spider-Man coming soon.
Yep.
Spider-Man movie.
July 31st.
Right around the corner. We're going to get tickies. We're going to go see it hand in hand. Ooh and ah.
Yep. I would go. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Yes.
We're committed.
When is Doom Day coming out. Is that
That's in December, I think.
Okay, is that a
Christmassy time? I
is that
think.
a Christmas movie?
I
All
believe.
right, sweet. Then it's the Nativity
already
and a Marvel movie.
We might get looks at that after this weekend with SDCC.
Is SDCC this weekend?
I thought it was. Is it next weekend?
I don't know. I have not been keeping up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have missed.
No, that's fine.
It's coming up.
I've been
It's
so
one of the two, I
detached
think.
from.
Yeah. I might have bumped it up a week on accident.
I've been tricked by San Diego Comic-Con for the last few years
well, and now it's
of-
like a week-long thing, which always messes me up when people are like, "It's this weekend," and it's like, does it start Sunday and end the next Sunday?
Yeah.
July 23rd through
Okay,
26th.
I messed it up.
No, it's
Well,
okay.
they are beginning to announce like all the exclusives and
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, my booth is this, and I'm gonna have this thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is like a month-long extravaganza
Yeah.
of announcements and media blitzing.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you're not crazy for thinking that it was upcoming. Mike
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
I think that there was a little bit there where they were like, has SDCC lost some of its buzz or heat with Marvel and DC doing the big studio conventions themselves? Like Marvel
Oh,
does
like
big
D23,
D20 and is it D23?
Mm-hmm.
And what does the 23 stand for? Do you know?
So many. It's the
It
negative
rhymes.
degrees that Walt Disney's head's frozen in.
Yeah, okay, great.
It rhymes with D.
Why
and
is it D23? That's interesting.
I don't
just
know.
the same with DC and like Warner Brothers, they do their own thing and they save all their good reveals for their like big event.
Yeah.
But I kind of think with some of the Marvel and DC stuff, like maybe not going as gangbusters as they thought,
Mm-hmm.
that they're kind of like, well, let's go back to the communities and the places
Yeah.
where people are like really stoked and excited about these things. And
Like Funko Pop.
you're gonna, yeah,
Yeah.
And you're gonna have people who are
Save us, Funko.
really excited by that, and you're gonna have people who are really bummed about that.
Yeah.
But for the most of us who can't go to San Diego Comic-Con, in actuality,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes it more fun just to hear more stuff and see more stuff surrounding it.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a dark day when the doors of Hall H were shuttered
Uh-huh.
because that's where all the big announcements
Yeah.
happened. D23. Disney 23 represents 1923, the year Walt Disney arrived in California and founded what is now the Walt Disney Company.
There we go.
How about it?
Also, it rhymes.
Also, it rhymes with D.
That's all the news that I have.
How about it?
Are we newsed out?
I think so.
We're newsed out?
I'm newsed out.
Let's go.
Comics, we promised them. Here they are.
Hop aboard the comic train.
Hop aboard the train.
I'm
That's
jazzed.
how it goes, right?
That's right.
Ozzy Osbourne spinning in his cocoon.
Since I talked about it already,
Yeah.
I'll do Dingoliath. So I picked this up on the name alone
Mm-hmm.
because it's called Dingoliath,
And Satan on the cover.
and it's got the Witch's Sabbath on the cover. Yeah, but this is a Robert Venditti book, and who did the art? Brockton McKinney. This book looks like it is like a webtoon or like a
It looks like an Adult Swim prompt.
yeah, or
like
like
a Super Jail.
or like a Rick and Morty spinoff.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's completely silent, and
Can't hear a thing.
there's no words in it. But it tells the story of like a mad scientist guy who accidentally mutates a dingo that turns into like a giant kaiju blob.
Sold.
Yep, and it guys come to attack him, and the dingo like kills him. But the thing that has me like sort of jazzed is the last page teases the Bad Idea Monsterverse continuing in Realligator. So-
Oh.
All right. Bad idea. I was off put for the longest time, but I'm back in.
I mean,
I'm all in.
it seems like this is going to be a series of like one shots by presumably this creative team, Robert Venditti and Brockton McKinley.
Mhm.
That's just like each issue is another weird monster that they are
Yeah.
like telling a little story
Yeah,
about.
just like a fun name mashup thing.
Yeah. Right.
Reanimator and Realligator.
Dingoliath, right?
Yeah. Stop drilling. You've hit oil.
Yeah. So this was super fun if you don't take it too seriously. It's and it's on that same Bad Ideas little newsprinty style paper. It's got a teaser of a new comic in the back. I had a blast with it. Right. There's not much to say because there's no like story per se to tell, but it was a lot of fun. This is definitely one that I'm gonna keep coming back to. All these Bad Idea Monsterverse books.
Now you said there's no words in the story, and typically that lends itself to younger audiences. Like that's an easy way to get them in.
Oh,
if parents are listening right now,
yeah.
What is the age cutoff?
Do not buy this for your children. It is an incredibly violent book.
Okay, so 13 and up for Dingoliath.
Yeah, there's a lot of like bones and like viscera. It is very cartoony. So yeah, if you've got a
very itchy and scratchy.
It is actually, that's a pretty good comp. Like if you've got a 11, 12 or 13-year-old that like gets that
wears a trench coat
and is mature enough to like consume that kind of media.
You can't have pets anymore.
Yeah.
Magnifying glass and anthills. You know what I mean? You know the kid.
But yeah, I'll say Dingoliath is a fun read. It was good stuff.
All right, right on.
I'm turning around on Bad Idea. You've won me over, Bad Idea. Now that I can purchase your comics.
Yeah, right. They made them easy to access.
Yeah,
who would have thunk?
We're fine with it. It's not like they ever put out bad comic books. It was always just hard to get a hold of them, and
I can't speak to it because
the rigmarole.
I was never able to.
My complaint with Bad Idea was never that the content that they made was bad. It was the way that I had to get their content was bullshit.
Yeah.
Andy, do you want to talk about the vampire book that we read that happened on a train?
Oh, buddy. Do I want to talk about Operation Iron Coffin?
This is probably the vampire book of the week.
Dude, this is maybe the book of the year.
This book, Operation Iron Coffin, is what happens when you just have fun. Let your creators have fun, and you drop Dracula onto a train, and he has to work through it like a tiered fighting system where each train is more difficult than the next, and he has to take down an oligarchy of vampires.
Not just a train, Greg. You're forgetting that it's a Nazi train.
Well, I was going to get there.
So we get to see Dracula just slashing through Nazis.
Yeah. The de facto only group of people that you don't mind seeing being laid to waste. Because when you see these Nazi soldiers being beheaded and sliced in half, mentally in your head you go, oh, he probably had it coming.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Like, it's an easy thing to just like supplement of just like, there's gonna be a lot of carnage in this book. People do not care if they see a bunch of Nazis die, so that's what we're gonna do. But the story behind it is, it's the train that allegedly has all the gold and artwork that they had stolen throughout Europe. That is now lost to time. So there's a fun alt history bend to it.
But also, the train has a disease on it that, if it's released, will turn everybody into vampires.
Well, maybe. It's not perfected yet.
Right.
They're trying to perfect it. Oh, and also, did we mention the lead vampire is fucking Dracula?
It's Dracula. The good vampire is Dracula.
The Dracula that has to, my name is Earl, himself back into existence.
Dude. This book opens with a Bombay door on a B-52 opening, and instead of dropping a bomb, they drop an iron casket with Dracula.
The aforementioned iron coffin
onto a train,
and then he has to fight a Nazi priest who has the spear that stabbed Christ.
The Spear of Destiny.
Oh my god.
There's a lot here that is just, it's like a B movie brought to life. But it's phenomenal.
But on top of all of that, yes, Dracula kills a lot of Nazis.
Oh, he kills a ton of them.
But we also get the lore of Dracula being a vampire who is killed as in the book Dracula,
Mm-hmm.
but then makes a bargain with Satan, presumably, or some sort of netherworld deity.
He was in purgatory when the deity talked to him.
Right.
So I don't think it was Beelzebub or like
sure.
the devil themselves.
But he makes a deal to come back to life to hunt down every vampire that he created.
Yeah.
To sort of balance the scales, right? So that he can finally rest.
Yeah.
When he dies.
Or he can die.
He can die. But as a part of that coming back to life, he again gains a conscience. So you get all this like really deep lore as to why Dracula is working with the Allies to fight the Nazis and not just killing everybody
indiscriminately.
Yeah.
There was like some great philosophy in this as well, of just like, there was that monologue that Dracula gave of just like, here's what defines a monster and a devil.
Yeah.
And it's like a 2-page conversation, and it boils down to just like, monsters do kill indiscriminately, but devils kill just for the pleasure of killing.
Yeah.
And he's saying this while he has a Nazi soldier by the neck and just like squeezing the life out of him. And he goes, my job now is to rid the world of devils. And it's just like, oh my God, this book is too metal.
It was so good, man. It was so good.
It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Did we sell you on it?
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a big old thick book, and with all the stuff that we've like jawed about in this book, it was a pretty easy read. Like it read at a snappy pace because it's all an action scene.
Well, and you kind of have to have it. Like that story would be bogged down if there was too much words in it. Like the pace that they wanted to set for this, and I think it's very funny because you're on a train that is basically a bullet train. Like if Snowpiercer met Bloodstained Teeth,
yes,
like you got it right there, and it's such a
it was great. It was
a real crackerjack of a book.
Tons of fun.
All right.
Now, what was the other?
Yeah, should we contrast and compare?
Vampire book.
Did you?
No.
You didn't read this? Was I the only one that read it?
Vampyrates?
Vampyrates.
Yeah.
First of all, great name.
Yeah, right?
Wonderful name.
Nobody used that. It took 2026 years for us to get to Vampyrates.
Because everyone knows that's how old the Earth is.
That's correct. Hey, Jesus didn't come up with it either.
Yeah. Shame on him.
Shame on Jesus.
We're going to get calls about that one.
He's just turning water into wine and just like, I got it.
Yeah. Wait.
Vampire.
Oh, Father.
So this is Fred Van Lente and Luca Pizzari. Sorry, Luca Perazzi. Another vampire book steeped in lore. This is a book where vampires have like basically taken over whatever version of Earth this is, and they are sailing the seven seas during the 1750s. Gosh, where do you even start with this? It's basically all world building in this book. There's a pirate emperor, or a vampire empress, and she loves a human but is forced to marry a vampire prince who was the leader of this rebel colony of vampires, and in order to quell the rebellion, these two are marrying, but the vampire empress's cousin doesn't like it, so she sabotages the wedding, and now the vampire empress has to set sail on the seas to escape this coup that her cousin is implementing during her wedding.
Yeah.
And presumably the rest of the story will be this vampire empress at sea as a swashbuckling vampirate.
Here's what I love about media. Because much like Blade and Interview with a Vampire, two vampire things that are completely different in how they approach the content. And it sounds like we gotta get different tastes with Operation Iron Coffin and Vampyrates.
Very much.
Both handle vampires, but in completely different ways.
Yes, this Vampyrates is Vampire the Masquerade to Operation Iron Coffin's Blade.
Yeah, which is Hot Shots meets vampires.
Yeah, right.
It's funny with a title like Vampyrates, you would think it'd be hella corny.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's more...
It is
eloquent.
It is far closer to Game of Thrones than it is to what you think a book called Vampyrates would be.
Yeah.
Now,
funny.
Andy, in your opinion, is that a detriment
No.
or okay?
No, it is, and this is coming from the guy who doesn't like words in his comic books. Like it
Get that shit out of here.
It was a snappy read. It drew me in. Like the world building that was there was all necessary. You know, sometimes books get bogged down in the world building and forget to like create a story that's engaging. This was totally engaging. I loved every page of it, honestly. Cool. And when I opened it and there was like a 3-page prologue and then the story started, I was like, oh geez, this is gonna be, you know, one of those. But it was awesome, like truly. Not the book again that I was expecting with a title like Vampyrates, but I think that works in its favor. It undersells the depth of the content you're about to read in a really pleasing way.
Yeah, I will say that as I'm flipping through this, the scope of this book is broader than Operation Iron Coffin. So that's what I meant of just like, it doesn't matter what kind of vampire story you like, because this week you got
both.
An iteration that will suit you.
Yeah.
You got this big scoping vampire story across the 7 seas, and then with Operation Iron Coffin, very intimate, closed off Nazi murder fest.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're eating good, undead folk.
Yeah. I was honestly blown away by both the vampire books that I read this week. So I would say whichever suits your fancy, get that one, but honestly get both of them because you'll find stuff to enjoy in both of these books.
If you're a vampire lover, you're eating good.
In the neighborhood.
Pun intended. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that if you're into vampires, you're going to pick both of these up anyway.
You should, truly.
You know what I mean?
You should.
Mike D, hit us with your best shot.
Okay, I read Witness Point. And this is a book that is created by Nathan Fillion. And I don't think
Sir Nathan Fillion?
Nathan Fillion, that's right. Of what's he famous for? Greg, help me out.
Firefly. And
The
Rookie.
Uh-huh.
And
Dr. Horrible.
Dr. Horrible.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So it's one of those things where I think he might have just helped workshop the idea, because it says created by Nathan Fillion, Heath Corson, and Sue Lee, who are credited as the writer and artist for this comic book.
Okay.
So
I imagine they met him at a bar. He was writing some stuff down on a napkin.
And I'll say tonally, it seems like it reads like one of those kind of like fun procedural like dramedies.
Sure.
Like,
but with vampires.
Oh, you wish. We can't keep the theme going any longer here, folks. But it is. I'm trying to think about something that fits the tone of it. Like,
Is it more like Angie Tribeca, where it's like that's a comedy procedural?
No, it's not like fully silly like that.
Okay.
It might be a little more like High Potential, if you've seen that show, or
Bones, even
Bones,
Psych,
where it's mostly about solving the mystery and the story, but the people who are in it are enjoyable or quirky and fun.
Oh, so
good.
Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
There we
Well,
go.
I mean, honestly, like that is a procedural show,
Totally.
and all the characters are pretty lovable.
Yeah.
Even though the Angela Lansbury killed everyone in that town just so she had a job.
It's just cozy, Greg.
Yeah.
So it's about a small town that the feds have nicknamed Witness Point because it's a place where one lazy Fed sent all of his witness protection people because the paperwork was easier.
Okay, I kind of love that idea.
Is this just a vehicle for Nathan Fillion to make a TV show?
This is what I think, like, a lot of times what happens with these where you're like, how is the creator attached to it? And it does seem like something, like a story they loved that didn't get picked up for a pilot. And they were like, I have to tell this story somehow.
Yeah.
And then it ended up in a comic book.
Man.
Because you could definitely see a Nathan Fillion type starring in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be the lazy Fed.
Same thing happened with, you remember the Andy Samberg bowling book?
Oh, Holy Roller.
Holy Roller.
Yeah,
like,
that book ruled.
and you're just like, yeah, Andy Samberg's like the lead character kind of in there.
Yeah, it was him and, was it Matt Fraction?
No.
Rick Remender.
Rick Remender, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So really fun story. It kind of a guy who claims to be a Fed comes into the town and wants to look over their records. Our police officer, who's just like, one guy is the most of the law enforcement, because the town's so small. But he's just like, I'm not showing you shit. I don't know who you are. And then that guy shows up dead the next day. That gets the attention of the actual feds. All this stuff happening starts to spread word about stuff going on in this town. And then, does it get out?
Sure.
In a way that there's all these people who are hiding from because they're snitches or ex-criminals. Like,
yeah.
I think that's the assumption, that you've got a lot of like snitches here.
Yeah.
And a ton of people are going to come in and try to kill them. And
it makes it easier for them, though. Fish in a barrel.
And then the other townspeople are freaking out and fighting amongst each other because they think, I always knew you were a no good criminal. And they're like, it wasn't me. It's probably you. Just, I don't know. A lot of like, so there's a current murder mystery of who killed this guy posing to be a Fed. Why was he even there? The actual Feds getting involved that come to town are like fun, quirky characters that are collaborating with him now to piece this together, and then more people could come to town.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is kind of a shorter run miniseries, but you could see it.
I mean, this could be a revisited
You could
thing.
see it being a sitcom where like, who's come to get Mr. Frank who works at the hardware store?
Yeah.
Every episode's
has been like a peaceful
townsfolk.
citizen forever, and we figure out his backstory all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's a sci-fi show waiting to happen.
I would visit this town, let's say once a week for 13 weeks, once a year for maybe 6 to 7 years.
There's probably a bottle episode.
Yeah, right.
Some Christmas happenings. Santa Claus is like sent by the mafia to go take care of one of the wise men in the live action nativity scene.
Wise guys.
Oh my God, Andy. That's why you went to college. That's why you went to college.
Paid off. So I'll definitely be buying more of this. I love stuff like this.
Yeah.
I love those shows that are just like, I can turn my brain off, watch a little mystery, feel clever sometimes when I figure it out.
Yeah,
halfway through
before
the
Angela
episode.
Lansbury.
Yeah.
So it was great. Witness Point.
Witness
Point. All right.
That's great.
You sold me on it. I'm in.
Totally. I also read. Did you read anything else?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. I also read Dispatched.
Okay.
Out on
Ignition.
This is Die Hard, but John McClane is an Amazon delivery guy.
So Die Hard.
That's the pitch. But instead of being a cop, he's an Amazon delivery guy.
Okay.
That's like the elevator pitch, but in reality, this is B. Claymore, who does a lot of like, not true crime books, but like sort of
like action crime set pieces.
Action crime set stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing that makes this book a little bit deeper than what that elevator pitch is our hero is some sort of black ops agent.
Yeah.
Redacted background, that kind of thing. We get some scenes of him going to like a PTSD support group, but he can't talk about what he's been going through. But he gets like flashes of like his PTSD kind of stuff. So once the, action starts, you see him like flip into like action mode. But I think a lot of this book is going to be him sort of having to combat being able to do the things that he's going to have to do to like help the people that are in this situation with his sort of PTSD style, shortcomings. Or
so he gets kind of trapped in a hostage situation on a delivery.
He's delivering to this office building that the terrorists have taken over.
Got it.
So, he rips open his boxes to see what's in there, and he's got like a selfie stick and a skateboard, right?
So it's like, how am I going to
MacGyver
my way?
Right. So, fun book, cool setup, but I think it's going to end up having a little bit more to say than just being Die Hard with an Amazon guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and the delivery company was called Nile. I thought that was funny instead of Amazon.
Oh, that's
just
funny.
A different big river.
Yeah.
I thought that was very funny.
That is clever.
Mississippi.
Yeah, right. So that was a good book. And then the last one I read,
Rascal Randy.
Hey,
got to talk about
from
Rascal
the
Randy.
Exquisite Corpse universe.
Yeah.
Tyler Boss.
Did the art or did the writing?
It did the writing. The writing, and the art is by. We're grabbing the book. Hold on, everyone.
Hang on. Dylan Burnett.
Yep.
Written by Tyler Boss. Colors by Jordi Belair.
This book takes place decades before the Exquisite Corpse series that we just got done. If you want to go hear our thoughts on that, go check out the Exquisite Podsquisite Corpse Cast, wherein we went through every issue that came out, all 13, and gave our thoughts on it. This is specifically about Rascal Randy and his origin story. It follows a young girl who has just moved to town with her father, befriending a young boy because they work at the same roller rink, who is being bullied. Come to find out that the young man is like a great nephew to like the local bartender. So they have this weird like family dynamic going on of like this ragtag group of misfits.
Well, it sort of had the same sort of found family dynamic as was in Exquisite Corpses, where you had like Zavi and was it Michael? Like those.
There is a lot of cool reflections of, this book to like what will happen.
Yeah, the same kind of
decades from now
happen. Yeah, in this book.
And we find out that the young boy who's being bullied that she rescued, his mom created the character, or is the daughter of the man who created Rascal Randy. Like he's like a Bugs Bunny character, from Looney Tunes, and she's eating dinner at his house. She opens this room, and it's just like wall to wall Rascal Randy paraphernalia, just like all over the place. There's like old records, pictures, a giant Rascal Randy costume, which I don't know if that's the costume that is being used to commit all these murders. But we do get our first Rascal Randy sighting, wherein he hog ties a bully to the top of a swing set.
Yeah.
And then we cut to like a hotel where he's watching old episodes of Rascal Randy muted, but he's reciting all the words because he's presumably just watched this over and over and over again. Very creepy. A lot more humor than I was expecting with how the sheriff and deputy were interacting, and how the young kid with glasses is just kind of like the Milhouse of the story.
Totally Milhouse.
And he's just like, oh yeah, I get picked on. What are you going to do? And it's just like, he's just like kind of accepted his fate in life. And
well, it sort of makes you like, like it draws a lot of like, or makes the reader draw a lot of conclusions where it's like one of the characters we're interacting with is Rascal Randy.
Right.
And given the 13 episodes we did on Exquisite Corpses, I'm skeptical about what the linkage to the serial killer would be.
I don't think in this first issue, I don't think we've seen the serial killer.
Sure.
Like in full exposure. We've seen him in shadow.
Yeah, and we've seen him in costume.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think we've seen him in any of like the cutscenes that we saw as these two characters kind of like interacted within the town.
Yeah.
That's why that's why I think the stuffed costume, the Rascal Randy costume we see in the house, is potentially going to be the final form of Rascal Randy that we see in Exquisite Corpses.
Sure.
But the one that is out now committing all the horrific crimes, that may be a man-made one or like one from an older franchise. But I loved it. This is the first toe dip into side stories in the Exquisite Corpse universe, and off to a good start, I'll say.
Yeah. Certainly. I mean, Tyler Boss is no stranger to sort of crime mystery books. No stranger to violent crime mystery books.
Yeah.
So he's in comfortable territory.
Yeah.
And certainly there's enough meat on this bone to like intrigue about what the mystery of this, how are all these characters connected, if at all, to this serial killer? What's the deal with the serial killer? How does he connect with the grandson of the creator of Rascal Randy? Like,
yeah. And it's interesting too because the art kind of matched the tone of like the character Rascal Randy, which is like a character made for a kid's show with like a murderous twist, kind of like Deft Smoochie. Like he's like, it seems happy-go-lucky, but underneath the surface, it's been turned into like this murderous thing. The artwork isn't bold and dramatic and like harsh lines. It's very, it's not soft, but like it is like you would see like a boom book or like a kind of like a young adult series.
Also, yeah, it's sort of Umberto Ramos, like
Crimson, like you know, at first glimpse, Crimson is just like, oh, a bunch of like fun, cool teenagers, and like, oh, hold on, wait a minute,
yeah, pretty anime inspired, maybe.
Yeah,
here's what
wholesome.
I didn't read this, but a minor piece of it that's bugging me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Rascal Randy isn't the murderer, it's a character. The murderer is a guy dressed up as Rascal Randy.
That's correct.
Yes.
If this is like a famous character a la a Mickey Mouse, no one in Exquisite Corpses was ever like, this fucking guy dressed up as Rascal Randy.
So this would be more like if somebody dressed up as Steamboat Willie.
Okay.
Like it is not, or it's like the Hydrox to Oreos cookie, right?
Well,
like,
okay, hold on.
Like they explain in this book that
this is like an abandoned character.
It's sort of a forgotten character.
It did not reach Mickey Mouse status.
Okay, right. It's not in the current zeitgeist, really.
Exactly.
No, this would be like if I don't know, like someone from like Eureka's Castle, like
got it.
dressed up like and started killing people. Like some people will be like, "Is that Magellan?" And other people are like, "What the fuck is Magellan?"
Yeah,
and so it's not widely known, but
that helps.
Yeah,
but it is enough to like. I'll show you the page because it's pretty cool to see her.
Of all the room.
Yeah, like this is the room they go into where they have all the paraphernalia.
Yeah.
So it's like it's popular enough to have paraphernalia, but again, it's definitely not in the.
Yeah, like there's a video game and a movie and like candy, lunchboxes, like it reached a certain status, but it's after a while. Oh my god, I didn't even notice the graded comics on the wall. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like right over there.
Oh, funny.
Such a fun, stupid detail. Oh, this book was good. Lots and lots of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. And the other thing I really enjoyed about this is it opens with sort of telling a story about this girl who was like an immigrant and kind of goes through her story, and then terminates with Leopold Strong smashing her head with a mallet, and then you sort of get this fade out, and it turns out the main character of this comic was listening to a podcast about Leopold Strong's killing spree.
Oh,
so this is another like serial killer thing that's going on in the universe.
Okay, funny.
Yeah. But you get this sort of like fake out moment where you think this girl's going to be killed by Rascal Randy, and then Leopold Strong shows up.
Yeah.
Funny.
So maybe this book didn't take place decades before.
I mean, it took place...
It took place probably about 5 years.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Again, Tyler Boss is certainly no stranger to a mystery. And if you liked stuff like You'll Do Bad Things, or did he do Any Place But Here? No, that was
Matthew
Rosenberg. Anyway,
what I did like too is the scene where it's in the roller rink where she's trying to save her friend or the kid being bullied, and she dresses up like a serial killer.
Oh, freaky.
Like, there's like a cool...
But she has like a moment where she's dressed up and like kind of loses her sense of self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of wonder if they're setting up for something else with that.
That's what I mean. There's like these sort of little strings with each of these characters that's like, is this the person? Is this the person?
Interesting, yeah.
Is this the person? So...
And what's funny is like... So there's like a mug here in the roller rink, and if you notice in the room with all the paraphernalia, they also have mugs with character faces.
There you go.
So there are like little loose threads throughout this that are trying to, could be red herrings, could be just like small little details that pay off towards the end. But
yeah, I kind of just assumed Rascal Randy was a guy because of the Randy of it all.
I assume he still is
a man.
I mean, he's a guy in a costume for sure.
Yeah. There is a human in that bunny costume.
No,
we know that for sure.
Not human race. Man or woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were a fan of the Exquisite Corpses series like we were, this is a great supplemental book that isn't required, but it definitely enhances the lore of these different killers.
Well, and in the spirit of the podcast we're hosting, on the flip side, you could read this without having read Exquisite Corpses and still find it a fun and engaging murder mystery book.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to talk to someone that read the supplemental stuff first.
Oh,
and then went into Exquisite Corpses. So just like, oh, now I know all these characters. I'm more invested in them.
Yeah.
Because how we did it was we started in the reverse, where we knew nothing about any of these people.
Well, hey, if this is your first entry in the Exquisite Corpses universe, join our Discord and let us know your thoughts, because we are like all up in Exquisite Corpses. So maybe
respectfully,
respectfully, maybe we're not the best folks to be.
I think we're the best.
I mean, we are, but
we just want to hear your thoughts.
We do want to hear your thoughts. I'm always interested in the thoughts of somebody who has like a completely different perspective on something, because I'm all up in things all the time. And so, sometimes it's like, it's good to get the perspective of somebody who's like casually interested in a thing, because
we are zoomed in. We want a zoomed out perspective.
Yeah.
And to follow up, we will be covering the first issues and one shots of these supplemental books as they come out, but stay tuned for like a big episode we'll have when all these have come to completion and finished their runs, as like a special Podsquisite Corpse Cast roundup before they do season 2 of the comic book, because we are fully attached to the series now.
And I'll mention they're still doing polybags of these with cards in them.
What?
They are?
Yeah. There was a polybagged version of Rascal Randy with a card.
Oh, why'd you have to tell him that? He's surrounded by magic cards right now.
Maybe they were sold out.
Yeah, this was the only cover they had.
Did it say what car was in there? I wonder.
No, it never tells you which card
That's fine.
in the solicits anyway.
That's
But
Shoot.
I'm sure I could find out on eBay or something.
eBay. All right. Is that it? Did we
That's
cover
it.
all the books that we read?
Hey,
That's it. We did
Well,
it.
looky there. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone.
We
And remember, San Diego Comic-Con is not this weekend.
that's
yeah,
right.
oops, sorry.
That's okay.
We just wish it was.
I'm going to get a bunch of messages, and then you're going to hear us realize on the episode.
Yeah,
well,
your inbox is going to blow up.
Message Mike D on Discord about how wrong he was about San Diego.
Or text him. His number is 1.
He's not that old. Come on.
Ahoy, hoy.
What else? Check out our Patreon where you release bonus episodes every week.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sometimes we do bonus fun stuff. Is there a TowerCon coming up? What else can we
TowerCon's
advertise?
coming this fall.
How exciting.
Yep. We're on the 3rd floor. More room for activities.
Hell yeah.
So stay tuned. I'd like to have Ryan and Christian on when that gets closer to talk to them
Totally.
and have them share their thoughts and kind of give more details on that. But
We can ask them about Exquisite Corpses.
yeah. Gentlemen, it's been fun as always.
So long.
We love you.
First Issue Club podcast is brought to you by Boulevard Brewing Company, the people responsible for our favorite drinks, the Space Camper Cosmic IPA family of beers. Our show is edited and produced by our hosts Mike DeStacy, Greg Lichtag, and Andy Vargas. You can find us on social media at First Issue Club, and you can join the supporters who keep our humble podcast going on our Patreon at patreon.com/firstissueclub.